Doge, you stupid dog. Why won't you go away? I don't understand. Having said that, it is definitely here to stay, so this might get interesting. Elon Musk has been tweeting out some very interesting things about Dogecoin, which could turn it from a joke coin into an actual usable crypto. So stick around, this video is going to be interesting. Cue the intro. So in this video, we're going to be covering Dogecoin, we're going to be covering Polkadot, Kusama. There's going to be a lot of news that we're going to go over, which is very important. And of course, we will be breaking down the market to see how the cryptos are moving. Are there any opportunities for short-term, long-term trades? So let's get into this video and not waste any more time. So first, let's start with talking about Dogecoin. Now, Dogecoin has started off, its history. It is literally a meme coin. Some guy, just put a face of a dog onto a coin and said, let me just throw this out there, see what happens. And it's now become obviously relatively successful. But there was no actual use case. There's nothing that it's done. It's not a store of value like Bitcoin. It doesn't have a platform where you can build applications on like Ethereum. However, things might be changing. Right, so let's look at why Dogecoin could be changing to a serious crypto. Firstly, Elon Musk, what he said was that the company, Tesla, would no longer be taking Bitcoin as payment for cars, leading its price to tumble and taking other major currencies with it. And the reason why he said that is because it is, as he says, unsustainable. It uses too much energy. Now, the question is, Elon Musk is not stupid. Like, everyone knows how much energy Bitcoin used from the very beginning. That it used enormous amounts of energy for the proof of work consensus mechanism. Everyone knows this, and many of investors, CEOs, whether it's Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse, constantly mentioning that it uses the amount of energy as a small country. So I'm not sure why he's gone and said this now. But that's irrelevant. He said it, and now they're gonna stop using it as payment. And the second tweet, the second piece of information, which is why Dogecoin could be becoming serious, is this: working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency, potentially promising. So now, Elon Musk actually said that he's opened the door up to a more cleaner crypto that doesn't use as much energy, is more sustainable environmentally. Now, he could be using Doge to solve this problem, and if he does, and he starts to use it, for example, to purchase Tesla cars in the company, this could be huge. I would instantly propel it to a proper use case, and with Elon Musk pushing it to the forefront, this could change the whole trajectory of Dogecoin from a meme coin, from a joke coin, to a serious contender as something that's properly useful. That could be an absolute game changer. Now, is it going to happen? We'll have to see over time. But if Elon Musk is putting his mind to it, we all know what he's been able to achieve throughout his career. So he's definitely not, crazy to believe that something could happen right there, with the mind of Elon Musk. So it'd be very interesting to keep an eye on this and see how it develops. The second thing relating to Doge is in regards to Coinbase as well. This is why potentially it could have jumped 20-30% recently. So Coinbase sends the Dogecoin to the moon with the help of Elon Musk. So Elon Musk sent out that tweet saying that he's working with devs to potentially, do some things. Coinbase has also announced that it's going to list Dogecoin in the period of about 6 to 8 weeks. The decision was in stark contrast to its previous image as a company that only lists serious projects with solid fundamentals. Doge is definitely the absolute opposite to the philosophy, but the laws of competition in markets can outweigh personal philosophies, and the CEO of Coinbase made it clear our competitors are supporting certain crypto assets that are experiencing large trading volume and growth in market cap that we do not currently support, as well as offering new products and services that we do not offer. So, having said that, they want a piece of the pie, of course. Everyone that mainly newcomers, I would say, which is a lot. They're all after Doge. They want Doge, and Coinbase is not offering them, so they have to supply and demand. They have to give people what they want, so it makes sense. But this, of course, once it hits Coinbase, it's gonna go probably through the roof, I would imagine, because a lot of people want to buy it, but they're not gonna. The newcomers, newbies, are not gonna move over to Binance to purchase it. So there you go. This could definitely send it to the moon. Now let's move over to Polkadot. Some would say a more serious, fundamentally serious project than Doge, but that's only a few people. What's happened with Polkadot is very, very exciting. Parachains, which we've covered in this channel many times, is now live on Kusama. So let's read on. Now that auctions and crowd loans are live on Kusama, Polkadot's Canary or alpha tester chain, a lot of these promises can truly be put to the test. Of course, all the possibilities that Polkadot have spoken about. Parachains sold in slots are an important facet of Polkadot and can be used for various purposes, such as privacy change, I can say the word, privacy chains, smart contract chains, or high frequency trades. Interestingly, Parachain slot auctions on Kusama follow a modified candle auction format. The precise endpoint, this is very good actually, the precise endpoint of auction remains hidden from bidders to prevent auction sniping. This is very common on Ethereum because they were not able to, I guess, foresee that people would start doing this, would start exploiting various means of what's the word I'm looking for? Of like IEOs and IDOs that go live on decentralized exchanges. So very, very good format to get rid of that. This allows for more accurate price discovery. As Parachain slots become available to developers, they can finally flush out their ideas on Kusama. It's a make or break point that will drive home whether Polkadot is truly able to bring something fresh to the crowded table that is a blockchain ecosystem. It certainly looks promising, highly customizable chains that are also scalable and interoperable with other blockchains. This is also why most likely Kusama has been on the uptrend, very, very strong uptrend, which we'll be covering in the breakdown in a minute. So we're getting closer and closer to Polkadot realizing its goals. Kusama is the first step. As it said, it's like the alpha tester, the canary. What's the exact wording they used? Yeah, Polkadot's canary or alpha tester. So we're getting closer to the realization of Polkadot's goals, and we're getting close to finding out, can Polkadot take a massive market share away from Ethereum? I myself will be the first to jump in line because, of course, we know the fees that Ethereum gas fees are currently at is ridiculous, and that's what, every time it gets to congested level and it becomes used, the activity gets to a high level, the gas fees go up. So if Polkadot can actually take a market share away and offer everyone an alternative where it's also a thriving ecosystem, I think many people will move over to Polkadot. Having said that, ETH 2.0 of course could solve many of problems that Ethereum has currently got, so they could still remain number one for sure. Last in the news, we have Facebook's DM. They are now releasing or getting close to releasing a US dollar backed stablecoin. They've moved their operation from Switzerland to the US because of the company that are going to be helping them to release the stablecoin, which is Silvergate. Something that's very interesting as well is Silvergate, as I said, which will be helping them to release their stablecoin, is a member of the Federal Reserve. This is very, 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 very interesting, very suspicious, I would say, because it's Federal Reserve and there's a big cloud over them. I don't know about you, but what's going on? Why are they working together? That's the question I'm asking. But that's irrelevant. What is relevant is that they are getting close to releasing their dollar-backed stablecoin, and with a lot of revamping. Of course, they came out saying they wanted to release a single global digital currency. I still think that is their long-term goal. However, they have had to reroute because they got slapped back down No one was having it. We don't want that. But now they're gonna have to take a longer route. So whether people like it or not, I think they're still gonna kind of get there in the end. It just will take a bit longer. So very interesting to see that they are progressing with their new plan, but eventually they'll be meeting their old destination of kind of their dollar, their single global currency. So very, very interesting. Facebook are becoming more powerful by the day. All right, let's have a quick look at the market before wrapping up. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, surprising. Well, they're still, you know, down from the previous high. Ethereum has made back some of its gain from, you know, its high point of 4,300. So it got dropped all the way to 3,700, and now this candle is, it was looking a bit like it was gonna correct properly, but this one right here is showing a lot of indecision. Now I still think Ethereum is overdue for a correction, but this candle could indicate that there is still some upside left. If we start seeing a reversal to the downside, then of course the correction will begin. But this right here is showing basically that there is still a lot of demand pushing it up, but there's also a lot of sell side pressure, so it is indecisive. We'll see with more clarity in the next few days and the next week if it's going to start correcting. On the daily time frame, however, it's a little bit more clearer because we've made a high here. Of course, a lot of selling. It's recovered somewhat, but what we want to see now, if this is going to carry on to the upside, is a break of this high, 4,180. It needs to break and close above. If it attempts to test it and gets rejected, creating a lower high, then the correction will most likely begin. And I can see, you know, the lower end, this 3,200 being a level, potentially down to 3,000. So we could expect a correction of potentially 25-30%, could go even as low as that level. So let's see, there's still hope. However, the altcoins, or the ones I'm looking at specifically, are rallying. So what I mean, the money flow channel normally works top the large cap Bitcoin, Ethereum, down to the mid caps, and then down to the small caps. So, you know, although like SNX is not necessarily a small cap, it's probably like a mid cap. So what I've said in the last few videos is this bullish move is looking like it wants to break out, and now we have a more clearer breakout. We need to close for this week above this trend line, and then I'm sure it's going to continue on towards $25, towards 30, and beyond. So keep an eye on this. It's doing as I predicted. It's breaking out. Another one that I've mentioned in the private Telegram group is SUSHI. At the moment is looking ripe to continue on this reversal. Now, as you saw with Ethereum, this is like an indecisive candle right here. So there's demand, but there's also a bit of selling pressure. But you can see the wicks are going higher and higher. And because it's already corrected so much, it's more likely that there's more upside than there is downside. But of course, we need to see continuation. We need to see more higher lows being created. There is some resistance up ahead right here that needs to get past. But it's looking on track to continue on towards $20, towards 25, and then beyond. As I said, this correction it's invited a lot more buyers basically in. Everyone's taking profits, and now it's ready to build once again. So let's see how that continues. Another one, we'll look at Kusama in a bit. I've mentioned this is looking like a broadening wedge. It's confirming it as time goes on. You've had one test, two tests here. It's at a midpoint now, and it wants to break up. This candle right here is showing a lot of demand. So it dipped all the way down, and people are jumping at the gun to get hold of Polkadot. So it's pushing it up. It's looking on track to test that top right here at $49.50, and then to continue on to the moon. Next major target, I would say after 50, it would be $60, and then 75. But we've got to take it, of course, one step at a time. The next major target is going to be $50. Before we get to that, though, of course, it needs to make sure to maintain staying above $39, $40. Once it kind of confirms that, then we can move to the next level. So Kusama as well, look at that. Look at that. I did mention when it hit this level and it started to turn around that it was looking ripe to test the upside, and it is doing that. Once it breaks this level, $500, of course it's going to go to 600, 750 and beyond. I know $1,000 at some point I would say yes, but this move, it's looking like a measured move. This is one of my favorite patterns is a measured move, and it's basically when you have one rally, a correction, and the initial rally after the breakout leads to a similar sized rally. So this could take it all the way up to like $800. You know, it's not going to be a straight road, but something like that. So once it breaks this level and confirms closes above, it's probably going to rally a little bit more, retest, and then continue on. So that's what it's looking on track to do. And that will be the end of this video. Hopefully you got some value from that, and see you in the next one. Peace.